guys, church has become a serious cult. You cannot tell me that is not cult vibes. Did you hear that lady? Oh, Tata Wami, what a full-grown woman acting like that. Anyway, I'm not here to judge. I want to talk about this situation. So I want to share with you just one of the questions that were asked to the victims, and that the victim that I'm going to show you is Cheryl Zondi, and you're just like, what kind of a question is that? Even though you are not too enlightened when it comes to how the procedure of the courts is supposed to be, but you just know that is not right. Also, I just want to share videos, the reaction of South African towards this judgment, today's judgment, in that case of OMOTOSO. But most importantly, the question that I want to ask today, was that the right call now by the judge? Was it the right call? Couldn't she have done something else? Or maybe change the day? Let us not judge the case today, because let us just not judge the case, because it is not a victimless crime. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm asking myself, was it? Oh, I'm asking you, please let me know in the comment section. Was it the right call by the judge to set this man free and his co-accused just like that, because the NPA did not prove their case, right? Because he feels like, guys, I don't know. Was it the right call? For some reason, it does not sound so. I am glad I found somebody that is criticizing the judge as well, that that was not the right call. I'm asking, please share in the comment section, was that the right call? I'm not going to bore you much. What I'm going to do, I'm going to share the question that one of the questions that were asked to one of the victims, Cheryl Zondi, and also I'm just going to share with you the reaction of the people of South Africa. I'm not going to go into details much, and also I'm going to read to you the comments of the people saying that SHAMILA BATOHI must be fired. They are just complaining everywhere, and the NPA is saying they are going to to go through today's judgment and see what legal avenues they can explore. See now, the man is already out and we are busy trying to say you're going to be reading the judgment. You think OMOTOSO is going to stick around for you to be reading that judgment so that you take him back to prison and his people back to prison? So, guys, he is not going to stick around. So, at the end of the day, they messed this whole thing up. As we speak right now, OMOTOSO is a free man. He can do whatever he pleases. If he feels like tomorrow he enters that plane and he goes, he can go. While they are still having that case, the NPA reading the judgment, today's judgment. So what a banana republic this is. So what I'm going to do, please guys, let me not bore you anymore. I just want you to watch this video clip, and then after this video clip, I'm going to read the comments of the people saying, let us fire SHAMILA BATOHI. They say she's weak, she's incompetent. And then after that, really now, I'm going to allow you to watch the reaction of South Africans towards this judgment.
How would he know that? How many centimeters? How would he know that? How would she know that?
She could have felt it.
And then measure it at the same time. I would not allow that question. I'm not going to allow it.
Lord,
yes, I am saying that she wouldn't be in a position to measure how many centimeters, and I'm not going to allow that question, Mr. Tobin.
Lord, with respect, you're hampering my cross-examination.
No, I'm not at all, but I'm not going to allow a question where you ask the witness how many centimeters did she penetrate? Did he penetrate it?
Lord,
do you know the centimeters, miss? She doesn't know. Then we can carry on.
Lord, you disallowed me from asking the question, and you yourself asked the witness.
Yes, I did. Because you insist that you should.
Lord, I don't understand why you prevented me from asking the question.
It's because I don't allow it. I didn't allow it then.
I would ask your Lordship not to hamper my cross-examination.
No, I would never do that. I've been quiet all along. And I would never do that.
Well, I appreciate that, my Lord.
Exactly, but if you are asking an unfair question, I have the right to tell you not to ask that question. I think you know that as well.
My Lord, if she doesn't know, she doesn't know, and that's the answer she gave.
But what I'm saying, Mr. Doberman, if I don't allow a question, I have a right to say I don't allow that question. Am I not?
Of course, yes.
Yes,
I accept that. I'm obliged to accept that.
Then you can't say I'm hampering your cross-examination when I don't allow that question.
Well,
That's what I'm saying.
I'm submitting that you are, my lord, but that we can argue about that later.
You can take it further if you feel like. Yes, but I'm telling you that I will continuously, if I see that the question is unfair, I will do that.
As your lordship pleases.
Yes, Mr.
Your lordship has the right.
Yes, you can carry on.
Thank you.
Mr. Dokanet.
How far did he insert his penis into your vagina? Do you know?
I think she's answered it.
We were talking about centimeters, my lord, but you didn't want me to ask about centimeters.
As I said before, slightly.
Slightly.
Very slightly.
So he was being careful not to rupture your hymen, is that correct?
Yes.
Did you tell him to be careful, or was that something he decided on his own?
No, I was not a part of his shenanigans. I would never advise him on what he was doing.
You didn't communicate with him at all, is that correct? While this was going on?
Yes, I kept quiet. And
you kept
quiet?
quiet?
To do what he was doing.
How long did this go on for, this rubbing and inserting of the penis between your vaginal lips and so on?
It went on until he climaxed.
You just lay there?
Yes.
You didn't resist in any way?
No.
And he climaxed onto you?
Yes.
Your legs
semen was all over my thighs.
Yes. You kept your legs together all the time, is that right?
He kept them together.
He kept them together?
With his legs.
All right. So let me understand this. While he's doing this to you, you're lying on your back, your legs are together. His legs are on either side of your legs?
Yes, pushing my legs together.
Together?
He probably wanted to make my thighs feel as much like a vagina.
Right, so you were simulating sex with your legs. You were simulating your vagina with your legs. That's what it comes down to.
Please repeat your question.
Never mind, I think you've answered the question.
All right.
So he was keeping your legs together.
Yeah, I cannot believe she was asked that. Honestly, I don't. But anyway, guys, let me know what you think in the comment section. So the people are calling for the expulsion of Shamila BATOHI in the comment section. Hey, go busy, guys. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to read the views of the people, the reaction of the people. They are saying, let us fire Shamila BATOHI. This one posted on X and posted the photos of the key witness that was unalived, not long time ago, just recently before this judgment that we have today. NPA fell tomorrow, Shamila BATOHI fell tomorrow, Cyril Ramaphosa fell due by appointing useless Shamila BATOHI. And this one says, Shamila BATOHI must be fired. She's only focused on politically motivated cases. And this one said, we need a national shutdown to have Shamila BATOHI and guys removed. This country will never progress with this at the helm of their structures. Guys, people are unhappy. Shamila BATOHI and her colleagues failed Cheryl Zondi, I think it's Zondi. What a sad day again. Guys, it is indeed a sad day because you can see what is happening and we are just not getting the finish line the way we are supposed to. And this one says, one thing about Shamila BATOHI, she is just incompetent and it was clear from the start. But because she was Pravin Gordhan's pick, you all called us names for pointing out this. Now I want her to stay so she can F you up more. I carry you, listen not. So this is the statement by the NPA saying that they're going to read today's judgment and whatnot. Hey, OMOTOSO is not going to stick around for that. 8 years in prison is not a joke. Do you think he's going to be sticking around here to wait for the incompetent NPA so that they can do what? Take him back in there? Take him and his people in there. Anyway, guys, I just want to leave it right here. I'm not going to bore you anymore. I want you to watch South Africans' reaction. And I like specifically the one that is asking, was it the right call by Judge Schoeman? Because I was like, girl, is this the only solution that you could come up with setting these people free? Like they stole some candy from the supermarket because something is just beating the water so badly. And what a time to pick while we are still fighting such battles in South Africa at a time where there is an entire movement, the Justice for JUDGEMENT. Like, hi guys, soze.
Today, Judge Irma Schoeman has released OMOTOSO, the Nigerian pastor, on the rape charges. Irma, 1 week ago, the Pamela, the main witness, got killed for this case, and you released this man. This man has orchestrated to kill that woman. You are hurting us as a nation. You don't deserve to be sitting in that place as judge. You failed us.
Cheryl Zondi, Sis Pamela, Sister Paul. The country is failing you, Sis Pamela. You are not resting in peace, Sis Pamela. When he managed to finish you, now he wins. Sis Pamela, now you are an ancestor, you are an angel, Sis Pamela. Do something, Sis Pamela. As a country, we are sorry, Cheryl Zondi. Meaning, yauphendula.
And we have not briefed the residents of Tshwane for this media briefing.
We are mass marching, protesting, signing petitions for the justice of our children. At the same time, the news is reporting that OMOTOSO has been set free. If you know anything about the OMOTOSO trial, it happened 8 years ago. I was in matric, watching Cheryl Zondi be tormented by the defense, expected to give graphic details. They were clearly undermining her testimony of what OMOTOSO had done to her and many other girls. He was facing 32 charges to his name, and you're telling me the prosecuting court could not even prove one. It's the same year that I wrote the poem My Biggest Fear, opening line, my biggest fear is to die with my legs open, closing line. My biggest fear is to die because somebody's son thinks he is God. We're currently fighting for our lives, just for the right to say no, just for the right to not be taken advantage of, for our children not to be taken advantage of. In places that are meant to be safe, our country is meant to be safe for women and children, the most vulnerable of our population. And you're telling me that OMOTOSO has been set free. What about Cheryl Zondi and all those victims? They were so brave to come out with their stories and testify, only for them to see the perpetrator walk free.
What a bad timing. The NPA acquits OMOTOSO of all the charges, a day after South Africans were on the street fighting for justice. I know that these are two unrelated cases, but they are indirectly sending a message, a very insensitive message. They are spitting on the efforts of South Africans who are fighting against the rape. A day after so much activity. Our government is arrogant, our government is insensitive. They are what are they trying to tell us? That we must expect the same with Gqwe's case. I think somehow they are also promoting vigilantism, because South Africans are getting used to an idea that our courts are not helping. This was very, very insensitive. They always postpone cases. They could have done the same. The moment was not yet opportune. This is very insensitive to the victims of rape, because right now in the country, they are not living somewhere. These prosecutors, these magistrates are part of us in South Africa. They know exactly what is happening. They know what is trending. But the day after, they acquit somebody who's been accused of the very same things that we are fighting for. Yo, hi.